jobs lost. What are they calling this?
Monday, January 17th, and I am recording. Yesterday we had a performance, but it was a matinee. And when you get done with the performance, it feels like it's nighttime, right? So my body clock was off a little bit because it was a matinee and I was done and it wasn't even dark yet. So that's extremely interesting. Okay, let's see what we've got on the radio. Yeah, I don't want to talk about them. Oh my. So the other day I spoke about Nothing Compares to You, which is Sinead O'Connor's huge hit written by Prince. And the director of the video said that he did not ask her to do an additional take because her video performance was so emotional. I don't remember if he said he didn't think she could duplicate it, or he didn't think that she could, he didn't want to put her through that emotional duress or something like that. And this song is Celine Dion's big song. Now, Celine Dion has more than one big song, but that's her biggest one. It's the theme from Titanic, My Heart Will Go On. And supposedly, when she was recording that one, she was extremely emotional. But with Sinead, it was the video, and with Celine, it was the song, I believe. That's the story. But I had to admit, I've gotten to the point where when something's a good story, I think, did someone release a good story because it's a good story? Or did someone release a good story and it also happens to be true? So I think, like the 18th century, we are in an age of skepticism and gullibility, which are two sides of the same coin. And it just depends on who tells you what, whether you believe it or whether you don't. But let's see, Titanic. The big thing about Titanic is he could have fit on that thing she was floating on. The other amazing thing about the Titanic is there was a boat just exactly like it. And I didn't know that till a couple years ago. So what's so wonderful about the Titanic if there's twin boats and one didn't sink and one did? How do we not know that with something that is so famous? People my age, at least myself, but I believe it's people my age, not just, everybody. We heard a lot about the Titanic way before the movie. We heard a lot about the Bermuda Triangle, Bigfoot, quicksand, the Loch Ness Monster. Those were just like big topics for, 14-year-old boys when I was a 14-year-old boy. And why is the Titanic part of that panoply of things that everybody knows about? I don't know. But anyway, it was a huge movie with, of course, Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet and director James Cameron. His other big movie, Terminator. It's a big deal, a huge franchise. I guess Titanic won't have a sequel, though. I did see a conspiracy theory that the Titanic was not hit by an iceberg or didn't hit an iceberg, that it had nothing to do with an iceberg, that it was something else, but I don't remember what they said it was. A bomb or something, I don't know. It didn't really spark my interest too much. Yeah, that's the Titanic for you. The thing I remember about that movie is that It was so long, and it was boring. And the lady that played the old lady was nominated for an Oscar, and Kathy Bates was in it as the unsinkable Molly Brown. And I can't think of two people less alike than the unsinkable Molly Brown, Debbie Fisher, and Kathy Bates, but they're both good actresses, so, you know, whatever. Yeah, that's really all I have to say about the Titanic. But I will say that the necklace, blue necklace surrounded by diamonds, I think, it looks a lot like Princess Diana's famous necklace. What is it called? The jewel of the sea, or the heart of the ocean, or the something of the something. But yeah, I probably don't have to ever sit through Titanic again. I did see them together, Kate Winslet and Leonardo DiCaprio, in a movie called Revolutionary Road, and that also had Kathy Bates in it. And that movie was something else. It certainly held my interest. It was very depressing though, but they did make a good team in Titanic and in Revolutionary Road. And I don't remember if they've made a third movie together or not, but I bet they will. They probably should. They remind me of Tracy and Hepburn for some reason. Not sure why, but they do. Even though I do not believe they are involved with one another in real life beyond professionally. Let's see what else we got while we're waiting for the light to turn green. I'm so sensitive to harsh music these days. I mean, that's not even like hard rock, we wouldn't call it, but listening to all these standards and show tunes and hymns and Christmas music and stuff, I just don't like harsh music anymore. That's Journey. That's Steve Perry, the lead singer of Journey. And what do I have to say about him? Nothing. So let's move on.
We talked about Blue Monday earlier. Well, a solution might be toning down the amount of politics we consume and involve ourselves in. Researchers from the University of Nebraska say...
Yeah. Researchers say that if you don't listen to something that makes you mad, you won't get mad. Wow, I wonder how much they got paid to come up with that hypothesis. I don't know who that is. It just seems kind of rare, but whatever. Could I actually reach the point where I have nothing to say and I'm just filming it for no reason? Yeah, the whole channel.
95.5, and then when it's over, your chance to win $1,000. All right. Good luck.
But no one's ever left me quite.
The KVJ replay continues.
So I don't know if that's Mel Torme. It might be Mel Torme. I'm gonna revisit it in a little bit and see if they say who it was singing. But that Velvet Fog style smoothness, I don't know. It's speaking to me these days. but it's somebody who knows how to sing. So anyway, we have finished 1 week of our 3-week engagement. I was just offered a role with some people I've worked with before. That's something, you know? Somebody just tells you, as opposed to tells you when the audition is. They just tell you, hey, we've got this role available. That's a compliment beyond compliments. But I don't know. I'm still thinking about auditioning for another show. Not sure if I'll audition for that one and which one I would take. I know, I need to rehearse, I need to research the role that they said and see if it even fits me, because I'm not a tenor, and so many parts are tenor parts, and the last time I worked with the musical director, he wouldn't change the key. Hello? I'm not a tenor. Anyway, I don't really want to say what song it was, but it's a song that for some reason ends on a high note, and unless you're a really good singer, you really don't want to end your song on a high note that's really long and belt it out, that's higher than any other note in the song, unless you can sing that note extremely strongly. You don't want the last thing they hear to be because you couldn't sing that high. Duh. So anyway, it is 11 minutes and 59 seconds, now 12 minutes, and this video is now concluded.